already. So with this whole podcast about off shift moments, it's called Off Shift Podcast.
Love
The
it.
off shift good, off shift bad moments. I would love for you to share with me kind of the journey of your business. Like maybe it was a kid when you decided to even get into business. What are some of the off shift this sucks moments that kind of pivoted and helped you kind of grow to where you're at now?
Oh man, I'll tell you something. So I've been in this business for, I don't know, 10, 12 years, but along the way, yeah, I've been in so many different businesses where I was the owner, working for other people,
Mhm.
doing, manual labor. I mean, I've done everything you can think of. And there have been some moments where I've just been like, wow, all the things that I've done in the past, driving a truck for 2 years, being a roofer, all these things that like you don't think you're getting value out of while you're doing them at the time, it's just to get a paycheck, right? To pay the bills. There have been some powerful moments where I'm just like, whoa, all those things I did. Now I can look back and I say, wow, they taught me so much. And
Yeah.
I've had those moments almost where I'm grateful for all the things that I've done in the past, just to make money.
Mhm.
Whereas now I'm in this whole other phase of my life and my career, and I do get to look back and say, "Oh, shift!
Mhm.
Uh, wow, those things have really, really played a part." And I wouldn't do any of those things, or any of those struggles, or any of those challenges any differently.
Yeah.
And frankly, I think a lot of people who maybe have it, you could say too easy, maybe follow too normal of a path without all the ups and downs and left and right and having to be creative and figure things out. You don't have those moments necessarily. You don't get those light bulbs where it's like, wow,
Mhm.
I might have spent 5 years doing this, but if I didn't, what's happening now wouldn't be happening. And so those
Yeah.
are shift moments for me.
Yeah, yeah, there's a ton of them. I mean, they say a smooth sea makes not a skilled sailor. It's all those hard
Yeah.
things that teach you how to do the rough seas. What's one that stands out to you as like one where we could like go to the actual moment of experience? Because I'm sure someone like we hear that it's like okay, cool, but like what's one? Was it like somebody kind of screwed you over in business? Was it making a poor decision, bad purchase, bad investment? What's one that happened?
A good one or a bad one?
Let's go with
Like
bad.
one that had a good outcome.
Yeah, let's go with like a tough one. One that someone would go, how in the hell did he get out of that hole?
Wow. Okay. So I think this is going to be what you're asking. And so probably about 6 years ago. So the business I have today, even the name of the business, came from a merger that I did with somebody.
Hmm.
And I did all this due diligence, and you think you know what you know, and you use all the knowledge you have to get to a certain spot. And I'm ready to kind of do a deal, do my first deal to grow the company
Yeah.
beyond organic growth. I want to grow through just kind of coming together with somebody.
Hmm.
And I got to be careful how I say this because I'm not sure who's watching. I reached a point through the due diligence where I was like, all right, I'm so far along, yet I think I might be getting into something bad here. This
Hmm.
could be a bad situation. And I worked hard to get my company to where it was
Yeah.
and to bring it together with somebody else and take the risk of it being a problem. But I'll never forget the moment I said to myself, self, um, the the risk I'm about to take, because I know my own discipline and commitment and ability.
Hmm.
Even if it goes bad, I can push through it. Lo and behold, do the deal. Company doubled in size. We had some really, really good years, year one, two, three, and it went south
Hmm.
as I was worried about for the reasons I thought.
Yeah.
And I ended up in a 2 year legal battle with the
Wow.
individual working in the same office. My dog's barking. Sorry,
It's all right.
fun working at home.
Real life, man.
And I spent about $400,000 in legal fees
Wow.
and about 2 years of my business life pushing through and saying, you know what, I have the vision, I have the dream, I'm the process guy, the workflow guy, like I see it all and I can make this business happen. And so I'm not going to give up. I'm going to
Yeah.
keep pushing and pushing. I'm telling you, pushed it almost to the point where my marriage was almost like on the line.
Hmm.
Relationships, like I was in this deep for 2 years.
Yeah.
And if when you get into a legal type of thing, it consumes you.
Oh, I know.
However, on the other side of it, I stuck it out, bought him out, bought the other partners out.
Hmm.
And the company that I have today is the company that I wanted, that I always envisioned.
Hmm.
And I get to look back now and say, I fought for this. I don't care what it cost, because I have the company. I have this wonderful culture, these
Yeah.
great people that work with me. And it's easy to look back now, but those 2 years were like going through war,
Yeah.
like battle every single day. And I kind of thought it might happen, before I got into it. It's not why it happened, but it was when your gut instinct is usually right. You got to trust your gut.
Yeah.
However, I knew that the bigger picture was in the end, I would still have taken 3 steps back to go 10 steps forward. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I get it. That's
But you got
beautiful.
to fight. You really, you cannot give up.
Yeah, you gotta push through it. And that's the thing I think a lot of people don't grasp. 2 years is a long time. Most people won't go that
2
long.
years, man. I
Yeah,
have post traumatic growth. It's called PTG.
I've heard it. I actually have a client who calls it PTSG, post traumatic. No, yeah, PTGS or something, post traumatic growth syndrome. Yeah, that's what it
Every
was.
time you go through a struggle, every time you go through your own wars and battles, and you always come out stronger. As long as you see it's an opportunity to learn, and
Yeah,
you really do learn, you come out like this is why at this point people like you and I can be mentors and leaders. And we have your initial question: if somebody sat down next to me, what can I talk about?
yeah.
A lot more than I could 6 or 7 or 8 years ago.